Okay, it does seem like it just does, because it should be right there. Yeah! Oh my gosh! Holy cow, it does just appear right there.
Hiking there.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh. It's like a tiny ghost. He's tiny. He's a baby ghost. Hello, my friends. We meet again for another episode of Ghostbusting. If I'm still going on with that name. I've been really trying to figure out like what's a good name for the series, and I do like Ghostbusting because it's like I kind of want to bust, the videos which are like clearly hoaxes, which are the videos which I believe to be actually genuine, kind of filter out the hoaxes from the genuine ones. As someone who has a lot of video experience, I have a good eye for catching, videos which are like obviously fake, but then also like, I want to be like, as someone who does believe in things, like I love finding videos which I can't explain. So that's kind of like the whole mission statement of Ghostbusting. Obviously, I'm just kind of kind of hopping on the bandwagon with Ghostbusters. That's kind of like the little bit of inspiration from it. It's one of my favorite childhood movies, and yeah, so probably not gonna be able to copyright this, but I'm also not planning on making this like a major tentpole series anyway. It's just kind of a fun thing, like a fun little hobby I decided to do at night during September and October. But yeah, we'll see how. I've been going through titles. Like I was going with ghost reviews, and then turns out that title wasn't really working that well. Yeah, probably gonna be trying out some other titles, but for right now, right as of was it September 13th? Yeah, I'm just calling the series Ghostbusters or Ghostbusting. Sorry. Anyway, so now we're on volume 14, so let's get started.
Reddit user Reddit Bands was inside an ambulance when he caught the following on
Why does
camera.
I?
Listen closely or you'll miss it.
Something gonna happen in the background? Oh, it's a whisper.
Now some viewers think that it could have been the paramedic who said this, but Reddit Bands writes, "There was no one in the back with me. No, it wasn't the ambulance driver. It's literally a whisper right next to my phone. Why would the ambulance driver whisper that?"
There was no one in the ambulance with you. Who, like one, like I've been my fair share of ambulances. There's always someone. There's always like a paramedic or an EMT who's also with the patient who's in the back, at least. Also, who's
Now
wheeling
some
him
viewers
into this?
think that it could have been
Is the ghost pushing him into the ambulance? I'm sorry, pal, but your story is not making sense.
the paramedic who said this, but Reddit Bands writes, "There was no one in the back with me. No, it wasn't the ambulance driver. It's literally a whisper right next to my phone. Why would the ambulance driver whisper that?" That
Saying
being
he's
said,
ready.
what are
Get
your
going.
thoughts on this? Ghost or hoax?
I think this.
Reddit user Princess Lena received a video from her friend who didn't realize that she captured something really disturbing in the background. Princess Lena writes, "Something with a red face came up behind my friend. She was drinking, and there was
sounds
no
like
one
it's
else in
gonna-
the room
it's
with
gonna be a
them.
case of
It randomly
paranoia.
shows up behind the girl on the left. Here's the video that she received.
Oh. Oh. Yeah.
The more you look at it, the more it looks like a burnt victim. Viewers have asked if the home at which the video was taken is haunted. Princess Lena states that it is haunted, as there have been instances of a typewriter going off in the middle of the night. She believes that it's her friend's grandmother who is haunting the place, as she passed away in that same home. But Princess Lena is certain that whatever this is, it isn't her grandmother. She can't help but think that this thing is inhumane. I think so too.
Because that was my confusion. Like, I didn't really see a face, but now it's like I kind of do.
What do you think?
You know, it's probably just pareidolia. I'm just adding. I'm just seeing what I need to
Feel
see.
free to share down below. It's inhumane. It isn't certain, as she passed away in that same home.
So what this could be is that that object is there the entire time, and it's just like, you know, it's just hidden by these people, and then, so like it's an illusion. It makes it seem like there's nothing behind them, and then, but it's just all about the angle.
She believes
and
that it's her friend's grandmother who is haunting the place, as she passed away in that same home.
Like, gosh, I need to see.
Something with a red face came up behind my friend. She was drinking, and there was no one else in the room with them. It randomly shows up behind the girl on the left. Here's the video that she received.
Okay, it does seem like it just does, because it should be right there. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Holy cow, it does just appear right there. Oh. It should be right there. Okay, she goes down. Should be right there. Yeah. Oh. Okay. That's horrifying. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
The more you look at it, the more it looks like a burnt victim. Viewers have asked if the home at which the video was taken is haunted. Princess Lena states that it is haunted, as there have been instances of a typewriter going off in the middle of the night. She believes that it's her friend's grandmother who is haunting the place, as she passed away in that same home. But Princess Lena is certain that whatever this is, it isn't her grandmother. She can't help but think that this thing is inhumane.
I mean, maybe post-production Teacko is going to be able to spot something that I'm not seeing in the moment right now. But yeah, that's interesting. I want to see. Maybe I'll spot something in editing, but that's. Oh, that gave me.
I think so too, but what do you think? Feel free to share down below. Madison Nicole was FaceTiming her boyfriend, who was inside his car parked outside a restaurant. When he went to go pick up his order, she was left alone on this call. But little did she know that she wasn't actually alone. As Madison was waiting for her boyfriend to come back, she saw something that scared the living daylights out of her. In the backseat of his car, she saw what appeared to be a face. But if you look closely, there's something off about this face. It looks like something unholy.
It's pareidolia.
Madison couldn't sleep after seeing this, and I'm assuming her boyfriend had trouble sleeping as well.
In case you're not familiar with what pareidolia is, pareidolia it's this kind of evolutionary trait we've gained as humans, where we're trained to recognize faces, whereas there's not actually faces. Like the best example is there's a famous picture of the man on Mars, which is this image of what looks like a face that was that's just kind of like in yeah, it's like this hill that was on Mars and looks, yeah, with shadows it kind of looked like it was like a face. It had like eyes, a nose, a mouth, and it caused like a bunch of conspiracy theories where it's like, oh, this is proof that like Martians did exist, but it was just an aspect of, it just looked like a face. And when you actually see like the same hill, with like, with light on, it's just like it's clearly just a hill. There's no, it's not like a someone carved it into Mars or anything. And but yeah, it's this thing where as humans we're just trained to, over for some evolutionary reason, we're just really great at recognizing faces, even in things that don't have faces. And it's just one of the examples where, we tend to see faces when, especially with digital images, it's like the pixelization of things can just make it seem like there's a face when there's not. And even like going back to this, it's like I'm having a hard time seeing the face.
As well, I wouldn't be surprised, as this truly is the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah, maybe.
Griffith Park in Los Angeles is well known for being a
Oh, this
hotspot
is in
for
daylight.
suspicious activity. It is rumored that satanic rituals take place there, among other cult-related practices.
In Griffith Park.
From personal experience, I can assure you,
Like, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but isn't Griffith Park like that's where like the Hollywood sign is, or is the place where like they have like that like observatory? But I want to say that's Griffith Park. Like it's, it's, it's like in the Hollywood Hills, Hollywood Hills, Hollywood Hills.
Question over and over, 500 emails a day, 1,000 emails or whatever a day, and it's always about kind of the same question: how do you get a Lamborghini? And when I think on that question, it seems that this 3% luck, 40% skill. 7 Lamborghinis in the Hollywood Hills. 5.
So, or it's just outside of LA. So, I don't like. No, there's a lot of weird things that go on around LA, but like I feel like if this place is known for like satanic rituals, that would be like a more well-known phenomenon with it.
that Griffith Park
Let's
has
see
lots of
what's going on.
cultish activity. But don't take my word for it. Just watch this video that was taken by someone who was hiking there.
Oh. Okay. Oh. Essentially, it's just a woman shouting at someone. Like calling them a liar. Yeah. Back up. Oh, I don't think it's a ghost. I just think it's a really angry woman. It's like talking to her significant other, or maybe like on the phone.
This doesn't rule out the possibility of this being someone who was acting hysterical.
Yeah.
But given the history of this place, the thought of this being a cultish practice comes to mind.
Okay. Yep.
Facebook
Take what you
user
will.
Real Mystery Hunter was live streaming a paranormal investigation at a place in Indonesia that is known to be haunted. During this live stream, viewers were left unsettled by the events that unfolded.
That's a red
Take a
thing?
look.
Hop nggak ada. Hop nggak ada. Hah? Hop nggak ada. Nggak ada di belakang ya. Muntah kau nanti li, muntah kau nanti. Astagfirullahaladzim. Hep, hep,
What is that?
hep, hep. Ada dengar suara weh? Astagfirullahaladzim. Tunggu kita menjauh sedikit.
Viewers believe that this might be the ghost of a kuntilanak, which according to Indonesian folklore, is a female ghost that passed away during her pregnancy and attacks men and even kills them out of revenge for failing to conceive a child. Whether this was a Kuntilanik or
What's
not,
the ghost?
the footage alone is enough
Am I
to
missing
keep you from
something?
visiting such places. Being a guy,
ghost?
I for sure would stay away from this place. Death is the last thing I'd want. Unfolded. Take a look.
Hop nggak ada.
I'm not seeing a ghost.
Hop nggak ada.
I'm seeing this weird red thing.
Hah? Hop nggak ada. Nggak ada di belakang ya. Muntah
I'm
kau
seeing
nanti
the bat.
li,
Is
muntah
that
nanti.
the ghost?
Astagfirullahaladzim.
'Cause it looks like it's like a fire or something.
Hep, hep, hep,
It's a bug.
hep. Ada dengar suara weh?
Oh, okay. There's a voice. That's what it is.
Hah?
I did hear like
Hop nggak ada.
like a murmuring.
Ada di belakang ya. Muntah kau nanti li, muntah nanti. Astagfirullahaladzim. Hep, hep,
Okay.
hep, hep.
Okay, that's yeah.
Ada dengar suara weh? Astagfirullahaladzim. Tunggu kita.
It does sound like it's a woman. I'll give it that. Maybe if I was in the middle of like, is it Indonesia or is it the Philippines? But yeah, I guess if I was in the middle of a forest, that would creep me out. If I'm hearing like this weird wailing woman's voice. But okay, so that's what that is.
Nicole Hogan was looking over at her doorbell's footage when something in the video catches her attention. Check this out.
That is a lie. Yes. That is a lie. Yes.
Oh, that's just someone talking over the Ring doorbell.
This could be a case of interference caused by a transmitter that was close in proximity, but Nicole states otherwise, as she was told by a representative of the doorbell company that her footage is very odd and could not have been caused by interference. If it wasn't interference, then what was it?
I think it's just someone speaking over the doorbell.
The following clip shows a Tesla car detecting what seems to be a
Oh!
ghost.
Okay, this is actually I have a Tesla, and this is actually something I love, and I have experienced this a little bit, which is, it's like there's this weird phenomenon so Tesla cars, they have they have all these sensors all around them, and when you're driving, like you can see, there's someone walking by, it'll show like this little figure of someone walking by the car, and it'll show, it's like a mannequin, but like it has like all these different like things, like if there's a traffic cone, it'll show like a traffic cone in the road as you're driving, and it's just for precautions to make sure that it'll detect a cyclist, it'll detect it knows the difference between like a car and a truck, a bicycle, a motorcycle, and stuff. Like it's, it can read stop signs, it can read speed, speed limits, red lights and stuff. It has like all these little symbols. But yeah, so one of the things is that it sees it'll is this phenomenon where like occasionally Teslas will like detect things that aren't actually there. Specifically, it'll detect you'll see like a mannequin or several mannequins just like randomly appear around your car when there's like no one around there. And a lot of people reported seeing this around like they'll be driving through like a graveyard or a cemetery, and all of a sudden there'll be all these like random like figures that will just like pop up around you. And it's this which is weird because Teslas, they are like when they detect someone, they know the difference between like a trash can and a traffic cone and a person. Like they know the difference between like a bicycle and a person. So they don't just the sensors don't just like randomly make figures appear out of nowhere. So for like one to just like kind of appear, it's like, what the heck is going on? And I've actually tested this. I went through my local cemetery, and I have experience where just, I was driving through kind of late at night, and then there was like, all of a sudden there's someone there, I was testing out this whole thing, and yeah, it's like all of a sudden there's a little mannequin right there, like they just kind of appeared, and at first I thought it was like maybe it was a gravestone, So like I did kind of like go by that gravestone, and like I went by some other gravestones, and like a person didn't appear there. But then I tried a little bit further, and then like there's three people that just kind of appeared, and it's also really creepy because the little figures, well, also like they're very stuttery. They don't move smoothly. It's just kind of like they're like shaking a little bit, or they're like vibrating. I guess is a better term. And yeah, it's like I don't want like I can't say it's definitely ghosts, but this is definitely. But I will confirm this is a phenomenon with Tesla cars that like they will just for some strange reason they will just all of a sudden like sense people like on the screen and show like little mannequins. I'm sure they're going to show the mannequins here, but like yeah, and they'll just like appear out of nowhere, and no one can explain it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it'll show the camera. You're right. Little man there, but
yeah.
there's nothing there that should be.
Maybe it's the chair.
I can confirm this
No,
does
no,
happen.
it's showing it directly behind him. Remember when you
Maybe
were
it's
doing
not
it? You had to
ghost.
be directly behind the car to cause it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so creepy.
Maybe it's the chair.
Because when you stood next to it, to the side, it didn't show little man. The detectors are
Why is it moving?
it's going back and
Yeah.
forth.
I don't know, man.
That's weird. Oh, now he's
Where's
next to it.
another
There
one?
was
Another one.
next to it. Oh, was that my door?
What the?
Yeah,
Why is it sensing all this? That one could just be the trash can.
This
'cause
is-
the trash
I
can's
love
right
But
there.
it
this.
wasn't there before.
I
Yeah,
hope
it just
Tesla
popped
does
up
not
out of
fix
the
this
blue.
feature. I love it.
Remember how accurate it was with that motorcycle?
I want to believe this
It was
is like
very
it's
accurate.
detective.
Exactly. So if it was that accurate with the motorcycle, I can't imagine.
Considering how advanced Tesla's technology is, one can't help but wonder if this might be a paranormal incident. Could it be that Tesla's tech is so advanced that it's capable of detecting things that the human eye can't? Or is that just a far-fetched theory? Ghost or glitch? Which one is it? Out of all places, the cemetery is the last place I think of to prank someone there. And the reason for this is not just out of respect for the deceased, but also out of fear, as the following illustrates. In the middle of the night, two cousins went out for a drive with their two kids. They were hoping to scare them silly by taking them to a cemetery where they would scare them. However, little did they know that they too would be getting scared. Both cousins right. We took the boys to the cemetery down the road at midnight on a full moon. After pretending my car ran out of gas and we were stranded with no phones or flashlights in the middle of all the graves, we sufficiently freaked them out. Then I told them that we had to take pictures around us because if there were ghosts, they would appear in the pictures. Hand to God, this is what appeared in one of our pictures. Now we are all freaked. There appears to be a ghost-like figure in the distance. Whatever this is, it sure is unsettling.
Oh my gosh.
But, as with most images thought to be paranormal, this could be a case of pareidolia, a phenomenon that causes people to see things.
That looks like Pennywise. Like that just looks like a clown. Wow, it's like yeah, and like, I mean, like pareidolia, it's like it's faces, but that's like arms, body, head, like maybe legs right there. Wow. Oh, that is.
Freaked.
Yeah.
There appears to be a ghost-like figure in the distance.
That's a little bit more
Whatever
than
this
pareidolia.
is, it sure is unsettling. But, as with most images thought to be paranormal, this could be a case of pareidolia, a phenomenon that causes people to see things, like people, that aren't really there. So,
That's
ghost
terrifying.
or hoax?
Absolutely
What do you think?
terrifying.
Elizabeth Watson went out with some friends to a bar in Salzburg, Austria, and captured something pretty creepy on camera. I'll let her explain what happened.
I always show this photo around Halloween time because it still totally freaks me out. But about 10 years ago, I was studying at the Salzburg International Ballet Academy in Salzburg, Austria. You can see me here, right here. And one night after a long week of dancing, some friends and I all went out to this bar called O'Malley's in downtown Salzburg. If you ever find yourself in Salzburg, definitely look it up. It's awesome. Anyways, we're here at O'Malley's and we're having a good time and everything's fine. And Allison, here in the middle, was taking photos throughout the night and nothing of consequence happened. She took a bunch of pictures. We all went back home to the States about a month later and she finally uploaded the photos. And she uploaded this photo right here. And you can see me, I'm being sort of a downer over here for whatever reason. But Allison's dancing in the background and you can see behind her this figure. And it has a face, guys. Like, it has a face.
Yeah.
What makes this apparition creepy is the fact that according to viewers, this ghostly figure shares the resemblance of La Santa Muerte, which translates to Saint Death. As the name implies, Santa Muerte is a Catholic deity associated with death and the afterlife. With this in mind, it makes you wonder if the presence of this supposed deity meant that someone at this bar was going to die. Who knows? On a side note, there's something else that Elizabeth missed in her photos. In the second pic, if you look closely, there appears to be another ghost-like figure in the background. Now, this could have been caused by the camera's movement, but I could be wrong. Robin Skirvin was looking over at his home security footage when he saw something that gave him chills. Take a look.
We believe we have caught a ghost on camera.
This guy has a long porch. Actually, like, I mean, maybe he lives in like one of these like plantation homes, because that's kind of what it looks like.
Okay, there it is, right there. Watch. It goes all the way across the camera.
It's like a tiny ghost.
Now that you know where it's at, I'll pull out a little bit.
He's a baby ghost.
And just watch this thing. It goes all the way across. And there's not a light because there is no light back there behind. You can see up on the hill back there. There's no light there.
Huh.
There's nobody over here. But it's still going across the camera.
Robin doesn't know what to make of this. His only guess is that this might be a ghost, which seems to be the case. But as usual,
I mean, what I think it's just another example on the phenomenon of like with night vision cameras, they just blend, like a subject that's moving against the background just kind of blends in with it, and it's the camera glitching. I think that's a plausible explanation for it. There's plenty of examples of this phenomenon happening. However, it is interesting that's glowing.
I'll let you be the judge of that.
Let's go a little bit more.
There is no light back there behind. You can see up on the hill.
Because it's glowing.
It goes all the way.
That's why I'm most interested
across the camera. Now that you know where it's at, I'll pull out a little bit and just watch this thing. It goes all the way across. And there's not a light because there is no light back there behind. You can see up on the hill back there. There's no light there. There's nobody over here. But it's still going across the camera.
That's...
Robin doesn't know what to make of this.
Surreal.
His only guess is that this might be a ghost, which seems to be the case. But as usual, I'll let you be the judge of that. Just like the previous clip, this one captures what appears to be an apparition manifesting and disappearing at the same time. It's pretty strange. Check it out.
Okay. I can just say right now, this is exactly the phenomenon which I was talking about. This is, yeah, that's just someone who's like, he's kind of up close against the background, and because it's like like as this thing's like, there's like a lot of blurry things right here. Cause yeah, like look at this. There's just, that's someone, and then yeah, like as this person moves across this thing, like the stuff around it gets blurred out too. This is, I mean, it's just a person. I can confidently say that, and because the camera's focused on this area, specifically, I want to say like this zone right here, and everything outside of the zone is out focused, and it's not really, the camera really isn't, you know, yeah, the camera really, it's mostly just focusing on, you know, processing all the data here. So all this stuff is out of focus. It's, the camera's just like, it just kind of has to, like, it's using what information it can that's still out of focus to just kind of process what's going on over here. And yeah, that's, I'm pretty sure that that's just a person. You know, if you think that's a spirit, then, you know, by all means, like, you know, teach their own, but I think that's just a person, and the camera's just glitching
Same
out.
time. It's pretty strange. Check it out.
That's my professional opinion. And I think the video's going
Glitch with
to
the
close here.
Or is this actually a ghost? Whether glitch or ghost, this
But yeah,
is
so
still
I'm just gonna
pretty
say
creepy to
thank you
see.
so much. This is anyway, yeah, thank you so much for joining. As I said before, I'm doing these videos all throughout September and October. Each night I'm uploading a new video, and yeah, so if you like these videos, like, subscribe, stick around throughout the month, and yep, give me feedback. Let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. You know, tell me if you hate my ears. You know, tell me to give up my e-girl lifestyle. And yeah, anyway, thank you for coming by, and I'll see you guys next time.